Hey, I got to tell you about the time the Ku Klux Klan saved me. For real. I was in Erlanger, Kentucky. And this is one of my few straight true stories, but Ku Klux Klan saved me. I was married and going through a lot of stuff. I was, one of the youngest in charge in the airline industry in Kentucky. And I was doing really well, doing pretty good, doing okay. But I was having problems in the marriage. And that stuff started to thicken, and it got thick pretty quick. So as I continued to accept the fact that the relationship was falling apart and that I was losing my marriage, I wanted to try to hold the bond of my two children together. And so, being one of the youngest in charge in the airline industry, ground support technician, and I kind of was in charge of 118 stations, and I was, young at the time, and the other two gentlemen were older than I was, but I held it together. But my home life was not being held together. I would go to church, I would pray and do things like that I felt was positive, which was natural, but I still was going up under. Lost a lot of weight and looked like I would come back to Cleveland and my family would see me and they probably would be ready to start crying or somewhere to see how bad my body or whatever looked. But I thank God now for having an opportunity to be healthy. But anyway, got reduced in my job when 9/11 hit. And so, since I was brought down to earth with that type of employment, I was in a position working in the parts department now. So I was reduced. I had to work second shift, and my marriage life was a wreck. And I'm around all of these individuals that, are not too fond of certain people. And I'm walking around, and I had enough, and without knowing it, I passed out. I mean, like walking and clump. And I'm laying on the floor. And when I kind of came to, I opened my eyes and I couldn't believe it. I was being fanned and helped and supported by Ku Klux Klan members. And it's kind of funny now, but it really was not a laughing matter, and it may not be a laughing matter, period. When I think about it even now, I'm like, damn, that was it's scary to me now, but what a blessing to be in a situation where you pass out, anxiety attack or whatever it was, stress, and you wake up and the only people you see are the ones that you feel like are the ones that hate you. So this particular speech today is about some individuals who, regardless of what they feel about me or my kind, maybe they thought enough of me as an individual. Maybe they thought I was cool enough, or when I was their boss and now I'm down here working with them, maybe, because I had a humble demeanor about what I went through from getting reduced from being their boss to now working side by side with them. And for me to pass out like that in front of them, and I could have bust my head open and landed on some, some power tools or whatever. But needless to say, they helped me, and so I appreciate that. So this is a story about the day that the Ku Klux Klan saved me.